ABS Jets is a private jet business operator out in Prague. Details on their history and background information will be further discussed by Kendall. Karenna will explain company values and locations. Chloe will explain what aspects of culture, global business, geopolitics, and business challenges pertain to ABS Jets. Polina will go into what the 5 C's of ABS Jets involves, as well as give us some takeaways that we can reflect on. Nathan will finish us out with some questions. Let's begin.
Hi, I'm Kendall, and like Olivia said, today I'm going to be talking to you guys a little bit about ABS Jets and what they have to offer. ABS Jets is a business jet operator based in the Prague, Czech Republic, and Bratislava in the Slavic Republic. ABS Jets promises high quality and safe flights to every customer, and they also promise to make every experience perfection. Their private travel allows for a very luxurious experience, and they promise to cater to all of your requests. They are based in the Václav Havel Airport in Prague and the Bratislava Airport in the Slavic Republic. They currently offer many services, including jet charter and brokerage, aircraft management, aircraft maintenance, ground handling, flight planning, and travel management. They currently hold 9 fleets in their asset and have the following company values: safety, quality, innovation, employees, respect, and enthusiasm. Andrea Bordiarova, who is their current CEO, believes that all of their success has come from something very simple: promising to give their clients only the very best in all circumstances, and she believes that they have been successful for more than 14 years. They were established in 2004, and here to tell you a little bit more about the history is Karenna.
Hi, I'm Karenna Traylor, and as Kendall said, I will be talking to you about the history of ABS Jets. As Kendall just told you, ABS Jets was established in 2004 with only 30 employees. Due to their company values and hard work, only 2 years later they had already achieved over 2,370 flight hours. And by 2008, they were awarded Flight Planning and Support Provider certification and became an authorized ground handling service provider at the airport in Prague. They have now gone 26,937 flight hours without any accidents, luggage damage, or personal injury, which awarded them the Aviation Maintenance Department Safety Award in 2014. Clearly, safety and value of their customers are a high priority in this company. Now I will be handing it off to Chloe to tell you more about ABS Jets.
Hi, I'm Chloe, and I'm going to be talking to you more about the why aspect of ABS Jets. ABS Jets is currently one of the largest jet operators in Central and Eastern Europe and the leading organization in the Czech and Slovak markets. Learning more about this business teaches us a lot about Czechia. Its central location between Eastern and Western Europe has a major benefit to its expanding business. The culture of this company particularly focuses on customers, ensuring quality and safety at all times. For the past 16 years, ABS Jets has had a customer-focused approach, building up customers' trust and company loyalty. A quote from the website of ABS Jets states that as many as 50% of the employees at ABS Jets have been with the company for more than 10 years, which means a wealth of knowledge and understanding has occurred. And this is reflected in how the company is able to continually expand its service offerings. ABS Jets is always looking to improve its services based on their customers' wants and needs. ABS Jets has grabbed the attention of many living in Prague and beyond. This particular business helps global business succeed. It connects people to places all around the world. With Prague as its main headquarters, it doesn't restrict it to reaching any other destinations. Recently, due to COVID-19, ABS Jets released a statement saying, "Do not wait because of flight cancellations or COVID-19," assuring they would help someone return home or urgently visit their family in private and repatriation flights. And now Nathan's going to talk more about the geopolitics, business challenges, and location of ABS Jets.
When looking at the geopolitical aspects of ABS Jets, it's very important to note where they are. So, ABS Jets' main headquarters is located in Prague. They operate out of Václav Havel Airport, as well as they have a secondary hub in Bratislava, Slovakia. So, when looking at the geopolitical aspects of ABS Jets, it's very important to note that Czechia as well as Slovakia are both landlocked countries. This being said, ABS is already at a little bit of a geopolitical advantage because aquatic travel is already taken out of the equation. Although this is a good thing, it's also important to note that geopolitics aren't as prominent in the airline industry as they would be in something like farming, where you would need to be a certain place to get rain so your crops would grow. Something like this isn't as prominent for ABS jets, but one of their geopolitical risks is just natural weather patterns that would cause normal cancellations. Lastly, business challenges. One of the main business challenges for ABS jets is that they have a small customer pool. Commercial flights are simply just the vast majority of flights in the world now, and to fly an ABS jet, it's a lot smaller and a lot more expensive. This being said, the ABS has had to work with a lot smaller target market, and that has been one of their business challenges. On top of this, a more current and prominent problem is COVID-19. COVID-19 has caused Prague to implement the whole country of Czechia to implement a travel ban. This being said, ABS jets can no longer operate because there's no flights in and out except for people leaving to get home really quick.
As it has already been established, ABS Jets is a luxury private airline provider. As such, their customers tend to be very affluent, so people such as politicians and celebrities, because these are really the only people that have the money and funds that can be spent on such a luxury good such as private travel. Their main collaborators include their aircraft manufacturers, so examples of these companies include Embraer, which is an aircraft manufacturer based out of Sao Paulo, Brazil, and Gulfstream, which is based out of Savannah, Georgia. So this shows that even though they operate out of the Czech Republic and Slovakia, they do have international connections. Furthermore, they also partner with local schools, such as the Secondary School of Aviation and Computing, in order to send their employees to further not only their language skills, but also technical skills, which is very important in the travel business. Their main competitor is Book a Jet, which is a private airline provider based out of the United Kingdom. Now, undoubtedly, Book a Jet does have quite a few advantages over ABS Jets. Book a Jet is a more established company. They have a larger fleet size. And due to a combination of these factors, they are also able to provide services that ABS Jets cannot. Book a Jet actually has their own black card, and with that, you can book and cancel a flight up to 24 hours beforehand with absolutely no cancellation or booking fees. This makes it an attractive company and a feature for many customers because it offers them flexibility without any penalty. But in offering those features, Book a Jet also has to raise their prices, and they are seen as a little bit more of a luxurious company than ABS Jets, which could play to their disadvantage. When it comes to the strengths of ABS Jets, they are the first and only Czech airline to receive an ISBAH certification audit, which essentially means that they comply with the highest safety standards. A large emphasis is also placed on the company being environmentally sustainable, not only in their practices of refueling and waste management, but also in their day-to-day operations. They have actually replaced all paper products within the company with iPads in order to reduce their dependence on depletable resources. This puts them in a unique position to expand their company beyond just the Czech Republic and the EU. Their main threats are obviously their large competitor Book a Jet, but also the economic environment within which they have to operate. However, if they can weather the storm of the pandemic-caused crisis, they can use not only their environmental sustainability and safety initiatives, but also the fact that they have a female CEO and other practices implemented within the company to grow. When it comes to the context within which they have to operate. Politically, they are under the EU's regulation because the Czech Republic is a part of the Union, which actually hinders some companies because the regulations mean stricter guidelines, but ABS Jets has actually implemented those into the company's core values, using them to their advantage. Economically, the EU is a great place for them to be operating because the more passport holders in an area, the more diverse and wealthy the area tends to be, with consumers that are more open to experiences, which are all necessary factors for a private travel company. You need people with money so people can afford your service, and you need people who want to travel. Otherwise, booking a private jet is pointless. Socially, again, their consumers are mainly politicians and celebrities. However, being located in the Czech Republic, they can not only attract customers from the EU, but also parts of Eastern Europe and Russia. Technologically, the advances in today's technology are playing a big factor for ABS jets. With technology constantly evolving to become more accurate and more dependable, ABS jets can provide more precise and accurate services, which is something that the company prides itself in. So as technology gets better, their commitment to that also increases. Some key takeaways from this company include the fact that although it is an airline company, they still have placed a large emphasis onto environmentally sustainable practices, which is not very expected from a private travel agency because private travel typically produces more pollution and waste than flying commercially when you break it down per person. However, if this company is able to do it and put an emphasis onto it, it shows an example for other companies that it is also something doable while still maintaining a profitable company and organization. Something that is becoming increasingly important in today's world, with climate change and global change playing a factor in how we live our lives. Also, a very notable fact for this company is that their CEO is female, and so is their head of legal counsel. Typically, in this part of the world, you will find very few companies that have female CEOs because in Czechia, there is still a lot of communist influence, and that's just not something that's a standard practice there. However, this goes to show that a company can be profitable even if the CEO is not filled by a typical male CEO that you see in a lot of companies, even in the more westernized world. This can be also an example for other companies that you should take a risk and maybe do things not the way that they're typically done, because you can still reap benefits and run a successful business. Now that we have talked about the company, Olivia is going to take us into a wrap-up and summary.
From the information that we've shared with you today, we hope that you can gain a better understanding of the importance of comparing and contrasting business models around the world so that we can better understand why differences do arise. ABS Jets is a company that puts a lot of importance on quality and safety. Their public persona and their high employee retention exudes their drive to keep accommodating their customers' needs, just as they've been doing with COVID-19. Learning about the culture of ABS Jets, how they work globally, and their history can be helpful when you want to look at the company as a whole. Thank you for your time.